The Midwest Sheep and Goat Market Report's brought to you by Moline Seed and Fence. They're the proud to sponsor the Midwest Sheep and Goat Market Report. Moline Seed and Fence is your local dealer for Riviera custom gates, goat and sheep pens, along with Mountain View sheep and goat equipment. You can check out all their products on their website, MolineSeedandFence.com. Clay Patton on the Rural Radio Network here with a check of your Midwest Sheep and Goat Market Report for the week ending April the 15th. The Midwest Sheep and Goat Market was $15 to $20 a hundredweight higher for most slaughter lambs, with only one sale, noting some softer prices on the lambs this week. Slaughter goats were steady to $15 a hundredweight higher for most sales. Coal livestock was steady with some softer undertones, but those could still be attributed to the quality of livestock. There seemed to be about all qualities coming through the rings this week. Volume, though, was closer to steady versus the uptick we saw just a few weeks ago. The ethnic market seems to still be driving the market for the most part. That's a positive sign for the wool lambs following Easter. The highest prices paid again this week were for the midweight slaughter lambs and goats. That type of demand will continue to encourage producers to market lighter livestock, which should help to keep things current when we get into the later spring and early summer months. As you might recall, it was about mid-May when the lamb market really fell off as a lot of old crop heavy lambs entered into the market last year. For now, though, consumers seem content to continue paying higher prices for their favorite protein. This year is not just the lamb and goat market that's seeing high prices. The cattle market over the past several weeks is experiencing a record-setting market similar to what the lamb and goat market was just a few years ago. Fed cattle slaughter prices put in a new record high of $1.85 live and $2.90 dressed this past week. At the meat counter, choice box beef passed $300 a hundredweight, which isn't a record, but it is stronger than the normal price. So there may be some spillover support from the cattle market into the lamb and goat market. For now, it's to the producer's advantage to sell. We'll see how long that advantage will last. As we look on the retail side of the market this week, USDA data shows that lamb cuts in the weekly specials were 44.6% lower, which is to be somewhat expected following Easter. For the week, roast ads were reported 83% lower and chop ads 61.6% lower. Lamb features offered more ad space for shoulder blade chops, ground lamb, and stew meat and mutton. Highlighted quotes out of the sales this week: Colby Livestock in Kansas sold 25 head of slaughter goats weighing 51 pounds for $413 a hundredweight, or $211 a head. Colby also sold 16 head of wool slaughter lambs weighing 81 pounds for $247.50 a hundredweight, or $200 a head. Centennial Livestock in Colorado sold 98 head of 86-pound wool lambs for $249 a hundredweight, or $214 a head. Upper end of the draft brought $267.50 a hundredweight, or $230 a head. Centennial Livestock sold 74 head of 82-pound slaughter hair lambs for $241 a hundredweight, or $197 a head. Upper end of the draft sold for $275 a hundredweight, or $225 a head. Centennial sold 32 head of young bred hair ewes for $290 a head. So another good note there on the breeding side of the market. Kelowna, Iowa sold 27 head of 104-pound slaughter wool lambs for $261.25, or $271 a head. Upper end of the draft brought $270 a hundredweight, or $281 a head. For a topper in the wool lambs, Kelowna sold 13 head. They were 34-pound feeder wool lambs, $343 a hundredweight, or $116 a head. Upper end of the draft, though, $420 a hundredweight. Again, lightweight wool lambs, or $142 a head. Kelowna also sold 46 head of 53-pound slaughter goats for $390 a hundredweight, or $206.50 a head. The upper end of the draft sold for $424 a hundredweight, or $225 a head. Sioux Falls Regional Livestock sold 687 head of 87-pound hair lambs for $243 a hundredweight, or $211 a head. Upper end of the draft sold for $257.50, or $224 a head. Producers Livestock in Texas sold 778 head of 65-pound slaughter hair lambs for $258 a hundredweight, or $168 a head. Upper end of the draft sold for $274 a hundredweight, or $178 a head. Producers also sold 11 head of 57-pound slaughter goats for $445 a hundredweight, or $254 a head. Lamb slaughter this week was estimated at 34,000 head through Saturday. That was unchanged from last week and a decrease of 5,000 head from last year. Year-to-date lamb slaughter was 529,000 head, or 4.9%, or about 25,000 head more than the previous year's lamb slaughter. Live lamb weight this week, 127 pounds, a decrease of 2 pounds from last week and an increase of 1 pound from last year. Dressed lamb weights, 64 pounds on the rail, a decrease of 1 pound from last week and unchanged from last year. For your regional price breakdown, wool lambs weighing 20 to 40 pounds, $205 to $420 a hundredweight. 40 to 70 pound wool lambs at $173 to $300 a hundredweight. 70 pounds and up, $180 to $270 a hundredweight. Hair lambs this week, 20 to 40 pounders, $225 to $280 a hundredweight. 40 to 70 pounds, $225 to $315 a hundredweight. 70 pounds and up, $150 to $295 per hundredweight. On the wool ewes, the stocker not available. Slaughter ewes though, $50 to $160 a hundredweight. Slaughter rams at $50 to $141.50 a hundredweight. On the hair ewes, replacement quality, $175 up to $290 a head. On the slaughter hair ewes, $85 to $165 a head. Hair rams, $110 to $215 a hundredweight. On the goats, on the slaughter and kid goats, 20 to 40 pounders, $200 to $355 a hundredweight. 40 to 70 pounds were $185 to $424 a hundredweight. 70 pounds and up, $213 to $350 a hundredweight. On the withers, 70 pounds and up, goat withers, I should say, $141 to $300 a hundredweight. On the does, slaughter does, medium to fleshy, $130 to $240 a head. Replacement quality does, $140 to $250 a head. And on the bucks, slaughter side, $105 to $250 a hundredweight. Breeding bucks on a thin test this week, $200 to $350 a head. That's a look here at your Midwest Sheep and Goat Market Report. As always, we appreciate the support and your continued listenership to the Midwest Sheep and Goat Market Report.